Alright, so my case is death from prescription drugs, and today we're going to take a look at Rebecca Riley. So on December 13th of 2006, daughter of Michael and Caroline Riley, Rebecca, was found dead at the age of 4. At the age of 2, she was diagnosed with attention deficit hypertension disorder and bipolar disorder. An autopsy showed medical examiners that she died from intoxication due to combined effects of drugs. So we're going to take a closer look at this case. So 2 months later, her parents were arrested deliberately poisoning Rebecca by giving her an overdose to sedate her. They pleaded not guilty. 3 years later, in 2010, the parents appeared in court with murdering their daughter. Prosecutors claimed they deliberately over-medicated her, ultimately killing her. Caroline stating that she was doing as the doctors recommended, and the father claimed that he was dealing with his own issues such as bipolar disorder. Of course, they denied accusations. We're going to take another closer look. The night that she died, she was given 2 to 3 times the dose of her daily medication. It was also alleged that Michael made up symptoms of mental illness in the other 2 children that they also had, and he also said that they have bipolar disorder as well to collect Social Security benefits. In the closing arguments of the case, the assistant district attorney told jurors that Michael either gave Rebecca the extra pills himself or pretty much forced the wife to do so. So, closing out the case, police stated that Rebecca was taking 750 milligrams a day of Depakote, and that's an anti-seizure drug that's used to treat epilepsy and some bipolar disorders. She was also taking 200 milligrams a day of Seroquel. That's used to treat schizophrenia in adults and children who are at least 13 years old, and bipolar disorder in adults and children who are at least 10 years old. And she was also taking 3.5 milligrams a day of Clonidine, and that lowers your blood pressure by decreasing the levels of certain chemicals in your blood, allowing your blood vessels to relax and your heart to beat more slowly. So she also, eventually Caroline was convicted of 2nd-degree murder with mandatory life sentence, and the husband was convicted of 1st-degree murder, receiving life without parole. So what happened next? So there were top members of the U.S. House of Ways and Means Committee, along with representatives of Massachusetts. They issued a letter to the Government Accountability Office to investigate the striking number of people rising in Social Security benefits and receiving Social Security benefits. So it was also asked of investigators to examine whether the administration could effectively screen people, so if you could monitor them over time to see if they were benefiting and getting better so that you could eventually take them off Social Security benefits. And there was a 3-part Boston Globe series entitled The Other Welfare. And it showed the program created in 1972 for children with severe physical disabilities now serves largely for those with behavioral, learning, and mental disorders. So none of the drugs that Rebecca was prescribed are backed by medical scientific evidence. However, the 4-year-old's treatment reflects the prevailing practice in U.S. psychiatry and the pharmaceuticals industry specialty. So to go on some backtrack and to give a little more backstory of Social Security benefits, of the 1.2 million low-income children who receive Social Security benefits, that's 53% of them, 640,000 of them, qualify because of mental disabilities, which originally, like I said before, was for severe physical disabilities. By significant margins, delayed speech and ADHD were top reasons children were receiving benefits, and these benefits included Medicaid, and you also got $700 a month. So how does this affect my profession? I'm still in the works of deciding what that profession's going to be, but I did it as if I was going down the line of educational standpoint. So my mother, she used to be a teacher, and she always would have to do not monthly assessments, but parent-teacher conferences, and it was how your kid wasn't developing educational-wise, but more as socially and stuff like that. So when teaching preschoolers, your responsibility is not only to teach the children, but also to monitor their development. Family members also claimed that Rebecca was at times very sluggish, and in school she would be very zombie-like and just a corpse just walking around. So gotta pay attention to things like that. So before getting to my professional society, the song's gonna play first, and I think it sets the mood perfectly. It is "Heal the World" by Michael Jackson. So my professional society is the Alliance for Human Research Protection, and this is their mission statement. And my resources. References, resources. Thank you guys. Any questions? Awesome.